Just a question for you. Yesterday also had 24 hours. Today also has 24 hours, and tomorrow will still have 24 hours. So why are you not yet where you wanted to be? Have you ever thought about this? If every single day you had spent just 1 hour, only one focused, deliberate, and purposeful hour, chasing your dreams, what would your life look like today? Maybe you would have become a writer, maybe an entrepreneur, maybe a completely fit and healthy person. Maybe today you would be doing the very thing that truly brings joy to your heart. Today we are going to talk about that 1 hour, just 1 hour that can completely change your life. Most people think life changes only when a huge opportunity arrives, a big breakthrough, a lottery, or some miracle. But the truth is, life does not change through one giant explosion. Life changes through small daily decisions, one small step at a time, 1 hour at a time. And in this audiobook, we are going to understand exactly how that 1 hour works, how it can transform you into a completely different person. Think about this for a moment. How many hours of your day are simply wasted? You wake up in the morning and immediately grab your phone. You scroll through social media, watch the news, then go to work. In the evening, you return home exhausted, watch TV, and fall asleep. Then the same cycle repeats the next day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year. And one day you suddenly look back and wonder, where did all that time go? Where did my life disappear? But starting today, make one small change. Every day, just 1 hour, only 1 hour. And believe me, within 1 year, you will not even recognize yourself anymore. This is not motivational talk. This is science. This is psychology. This is the real story of millions of people who change their lives through the power of just 1 hour. So let's begin this journey, this transformation, this new chapter, right here, right now. Chapter 1, the hidden power of 1 hour. There is an old saying, drop by drop, the ocean is formed. You have probably heard it before, but have you ever truly felt its meaning? A single drop of water alone seems insignificant. But when one drop falls consistently every single day, without stopping, without getting tired, eventually the container fills up. Exactly the same thing happens when you spend one focused hour every day on a specific goal. On the first day, nothing seems to change. Not on the second day either. Even during the first week, you may notice no major difference. But after 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, you will realize how much you have learned, how much you have created, and how much you have achieved. People who accomplish great things do not do them in one day. They do them little by little, consistently, patiently, without drama, 1 hour every day. That is their real secret. Now you might be thinking, what difference can just 1 hour make? There are 365 days in a year. If you spend 1 hour every day learning or practicing a skill, then in 1 year, you will have invested 365 hours into that skill. And research says that basic mastery of a skill can take as little as 20 hours, intermediate level around 100 hours, professional level competence around 1,000 hours. That means within a single year, you can get surprisingly close to professional level in almost anything. Playing guitar, learning a language, coding, writing, drawing, photography, yoga, business, anything. Just 1 hour a day. And 1 year later, you may become the very person you always wanted to be. This is not magic. It is math. This is the power of consistency. But there is something important to understand. What does a focused hour actually mean? Is simply sitting for 1 hour enough? No. There is a massive difference between physically sitting for 1 hour and truly working with focus for 1 hour. You can sit in front of your laptop for 3 hours, but if you check WhatsApp every 5 minutes, watch YouTube, and let your mind wander constantly, then those 3 hours are not even equal to one focused hour. A focused hour means being completely present. One task, one goal, one direction, phone off, notifications off, the world off. Only you and your work. In that single hour, you can accomplish more than a distracted person can accomplish in an entire day. That is the true power of focused time. Now ask yourself honestly, how much time did you spend on your phone yesterday? 1 hour? 2 hours? 3 hours? Research says the average person spends 4 to 6 hours every day on their phone. And how much of that time is actually productive? Probably very little. Where does all that time go? Instagram Reels, YouTube recommendations, WhatsApp groups, endless news scrolling. Every app, every notification, every ping is designed to steal your attention and trap you inside a loop. And we float through that loop without even realizing it. Hours pass, days pass, life passes, and then we say, I don't have time. But the truth is, you do have time. A lot of time. It is simply flowing in the wrong direction. The second biggest reason people waste time is procrastination. And what is the real root of procrastination? Fear. Fear of starting, fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of not being perfect. We tell ourselves, I'll start when the right time comes, when my mood is better, when everything becomes perfect, when I feel more prepared. But the perfect moment never arrives because perfect conditions do not exist. Life is always messy. Something is always happening. Those who keep waiting forever remain stuck forever. But those who begin despite imperfect conditions eventually move forward. So make a rule from today onward. Do not wait for perfection, just begin. The third major problem is lack of clarity. Most people do not even know what they truly want. They have never thought deeply about it, never written it down, never made a plan. They simply drift through life. But a ship needs a destination to reach a port. It needs a compass. It needs direction. Without direction, the ship gets lost in the middle of the ocean. The same thing happens to us. When we do not know where we want to go, we never truly arrive anywhere. That is why the first step is deciding what you actually want. Where do you want to see yourself 1 year from now? Who do you want to become? What do you want to achieve? Once you gain that clarity, using your 1 hour wisely becomes much easier. So now the question is, how should you structure that 1 hour? Let's understand a simple framework. Learning, 15 minutes. Read books, listen to podcasts, study articles, expand your knowledge, skill building. 20 to 25 minutes, practice your skill consistently. Write, code, draw, sing, exercise, whatever matters to you. Planning, 10 minutes. Review your goals and prepare for the next day. Reflection, 10 minutes. Ask yourself what you learned, what worked, and what needs improvement. This structure is only a suggestion. You can customize it however you want. The important rule is simple. The hour must be focused, intentional, consistent. Research shows that mornings are often the best time because your mind is fresh and distractions are fewer. But if mornings are impossible for you, that is perfectly okay. The best time is the time you can sustain consistently, because consistency matters far more than timing. Rain or sunshine, Monday or Sunday, good mood or bad mood, that 1 hour must happen every day. And once that commitment becomes real, magic quietly begins to happen. Chapter 4. The Compound Effect of Habits. Albert Einstein once called compound interest the eighth wonder of the world. And the same principle works for habits. When you spend 1 hour every day learning and improving, progress initially feels slow. But every day a tiny layer of knowledge, confidence, and skill gets added. Then one day everything suddenly clicks. People say, wow, you changed overnight. But the truth is, it was never overnight. It was months of silent consistency. James Clear wrote in Atomic Habits that if you improve yourself by just 1% every day, after 1 year you become 37 times better. That tiny 1% compounds into something extraordinary. And your 1 hour works exactly the same way. Every day you become slightly stronger, slightly smarter, slightly more capable, and one day when you look back, you will be shocked by how far you have come. When motivation fails. Motivation feels amazing in the beginning. Right now, while listening to this audiobook, you probably feel inspired, excited, ready to change your life. But will that motivation still exist tomorrow? Next week? Probably not, because motivation is only a feeling, and feelings constantly change. That is why discipline matters far more than motivation. Discipline is a system, a commitment, an identity. David Goggins says, motivation is garbage. Discipline is everything. And he is right. You will not always feel motivated, but you can always stay disciplined. One powerful strategy is the 2-minute rule. On days when you do not feel like working, commit to only 2 minutes. Open the book, open the laptop, start for just 2 minutes. Most of the time, once you begin, momentum takes over. Another powerful strategy is identity shift. If you write every day, you are a writer. If you exercise every day, you are an athlete. If you learn every day, you are a learner. When your identity changes, your behavior naturally follows. So from today onward, start seeing yourself as the person you want to become. The actions will follow automatically. Protect your time. The world is constantly trying to steal your attention. Phone calls, notifications, unexpected tasks, distractions. If you do not protect your power hour, it will disappear. So follow these rules. Time block. Treat your power hour like an important appointment. Learn to say no. Every time you say yes to unnecessary distractions, you say no to your dreams. Design your environment. Turn off notifications. Put your phone away. Create a space that supports focus. Eventually, your brain will automatically associate that space with deep work and concentration. Final message. We have reached the end of this journey, but this is only the beginning of your real journey. Today, you learned that 1 hour can change everything. You learned that consistency is more powerful than talent. You learned how compound growth transforms lives. You learned that discipline matters more than motivation. But knowing is not enough. The world is already full of knowledge. Books, courses, YouTube videos, everything is available. Yet most people never change because they never take action. Do not become one of those people. Right after finishing this audiobook, make one simple decision. Decide when your power hour will be. Tomorrow morning? Tonight? And decide what you will dedicate that hour to. That's it. Then show up every single day, one focused hour, without excuses, without interruption. And 1 year from now, you may realize that this single hour completely transformed your life.